Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to North Hardin High School for tonight's 17th District Volleyball action. Tonight's matchup has the 10 and 12 John Hardin Bulldogs coming to take on the 7 and 11 North Hardin Trojans. We're now going to turn it over to our PA announcer for tonight's lineups. Tonight for John Hardin will be Deshae Blackwell, Isabel Moore, Isabel Carmen, Lauren Hirschauer, Abby Moore, Haley Russell, Asia Ballard, Nevaeh Latson, Jamie Riddell, Ariana Powell, Ariel Wilson, and Kiana Mayfield. Sorry, the microphone's gone out on our announcer, so we're finishing up the Bulldogs lineup. Adriana Anderson, Laura-Lise Berrios, JoJo Atkins, Anna Vaughn, Kelsey Atkins, Akiva Washington, Paloma Martinez, Allie Atkins, Reese Thompson, Maddie Hunley, Justice Denman, and Landry Howard. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. Take a virtual tour today at etownapartments.com. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company. It's been serving the surrounding area since 1976. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. On the court for the Bulldogs, it'll be Abby Moore, Isabel Moore, Haley Russell, Isabel Carmen, Ariana Powell, and Deshae Blackwell. For the Trojans, Reese Thompson, Justice Denman, Anna Vaughn, Paloma Martinez, Adriana Anderson, Maddie Hunley. Libero tonight for the Trojans is Kelsey Atkins. Isabel Moore will be the libero for John Hardin. Anna Vaughn will serve first for the Trojans. It's the best 3 out of 5 sets. First 1 to 25 in each set. Must be leading by 2 unless we get to a 5th set. And this first one leading by 2 to 15. Russell outside for Moore, goes back line, it's long. 1 serving 0. Blackwell to Russell, outside Moore again, should have pushed this one over. Vaughn to Atkins. For Martinez, she'll bump it to the back row. Blackwell gets that one to Carmen. Now Russell will send it over. Atkins to Vaughn. Sets up for Martinez. That one goes off of Blackwell. It'll be a kill for Martinez. 2 serving 0. An ace. 3 serving 0. Blackwell to Russell in the middle. Sends that one over. Anderson bump sets outside. Hundley not going to be able to get to it. Point Bulldogs. Nevaeh Latson into the lineup for John Hardin as Isabel Carmen heads to the service line. 1 serving 3. Thompson over, no, doesn't overpass. Good job by Anderson to get it back. Russell, Isabel Moore, dug out by Atkins. Vaughn at the net, pops it over. Latson gets that one. Russell send it outside for Abby Moore, back line. Thompson gets that to Vaughn. Hundley not able to clear the net. 2 serving 3. For the Bulldogs, they come in 1-2 in 17th district play, while the Trojans are 2-2. Winner of this match will most likely be the number 3 seed in the 17th district tournament in a few weeks. Thompson, that's an ace for Carmen. 3 serving 3. Into the net. Point Trojans. Allie Atkins and JoJo Atkins checking in. JoJo heads to the service line. 4 serving 3. Into the net. Point and serve back to the Bulldogs. Ariana Powell heads to the service line. Aria Wilson in on the front line. JoJo Atkins to Vaughn for Martinez. She sends it back row. Carmen gets that one to Russell. Outside, Latson blocked at the net by Anderson. Point North. Justice Denman back in on the front line for the Trojans. Kelsey Atkins heads to the service line. 5 serving 4. Russell. That one tipped over by Wilson. Now Abby Moore heads to the line for the Bulldogs. 5 serving 5. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn. Bumps outside for Martinez. Sends it across. Popped up in the air. They're not going to be able to return it. I apologize. I don't have the best view of the John Hardin side of the net. Loma Martinez now to serve for the Trojans. 6 serving 5. And that back-to-back service errors by Trojans. Landry Howard will check into the lineup for North Hardin. Serve back over to the Bulldogs. Deshae Blackwell heads to the service line. 6 serving 6. Kelsey Atkins to Allie Atkins back inside. Kelsey Atkins will send it over. Blackwell to Abby Moore for Russell. Catches the top of the tape, gets the kill. 7 serving 6. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn for Denman. That one bangs off of Wilson. Point North. And Allie Atkins heads to the service line as Madison Hundley checks in on the front line. 7 serving 7. Isabel Moore to Abby Moore. Outside. Carmel will just send it over. Hundley to Vaughn. Back to the middle. Kelsey Atkins will bump that one over. Carmen gets to that one. Popped in the air. Now Isabel Moore will send it back line. Kelsey Atkins gets that one to Vaughn. Outside. Hundley off the front line. Kill from Madison Hundley. 8 serving 7. Reese Thompson checks back in for the Trojans. Ariana Powell checks back in on the front line for the Bulldogs as Isabel Moore heads to the service line. 8 serving 8. That goes wide. Point North. Justice Denman now to serve. As Adriana Anderson checks in on the front line. 8 serving 8. Carmen to Abby Moore. Outside Powell. Touched at the net. Gets the kill for the Bulldogs. Kelsey Atkins back in for the Trojans. Haley Russell heads to the service line. 9 serving 8. Howard to Kelsey Atkins. Adriana Anderson sends that one over. Blackwell to Russell. Inside, Powell tips it. Howard gets to that one. To Vaughn inside for Anderson. And a net violation on John Harden. Point North Harden. And Anna Vaughn will head to the service line as Paloma Martinez checks back in on the front line. 9 serving 9. Ace. 10 serving 9. Isabel Moore to Russell. Back sets for Carmen, just tapped over. Thompson gets to that one. Anderson pots it in the air. Vaughn will send it over the net. Isabel Moore to Russell again for Abby Moore. And a net violation on the Trojans, so point Bulldogs. And Isabel Carmen now to the service line. 10 serving 11. Ace. 11 serving 11. Floats that one. Anderson gets to it. Kelsey Atkins outside for Martinez. She'll roll that one. It's in. And that'll get JoJo and Allie Atkins back into the lineup for the Trojans. JoJo heads to the service line. 12 serving 11. That's long. Point Bulldogs. And Wilson back in on the front line. Ariana Powell to serve. Kelsey Atkins to JoJo Atkins. And not going to be able to return it. 13 serving 12. Kelsey Atkins to JoJo Atkins. That's a double hit. Point Bulldogs. 14 serving 12. Kelsey Atkins to JoJo Atkins. For Allie Atkins, she'll roll that back line. It's long. 15 serving 12. With that, Coach Mattingly will take their first time out. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. eTownApartments.com. Take a virtual tour today at eTownApartments.com. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. eTown Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company Whatever your pest control issues are, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. We come back to action. Ariana Powell serving for the Bulldogs, 15, serving 12. Kelsey Atkins, Anderson, back to Kelsey Atkins, gets that one over. Carmen to Russell, back sets for Latson across, and she gets the kill. 16 serving 12. That one into the net. Service arrow send the point and the serve back to the Trojans. Justice Didman back in on the front line as Kelsey Atkins heads to the service line. 13 serving 16. Isabel Moore to Russell for Abby Moore. Back line, Kelsey Atkins gets to that one, but not able to get a teammate to it. Point Bulldogs. And Abby Moore will head to the service line. 17 serving 13. That's long. Loma Martinez now to serve for the Trojans. 14 serving 17. Carmen to Abby Moore for Russell. Goes cross court, it's wide. 15 serving 17. Back goes long. Point Bulldogs. Shane Blackwell checking back in for John Hardin. Landry Howard checking back in for North Hardin. Blackwell ahead to the service line, 18 serving 15. JoJo Atkins to Vaughn. Bump sets for Allie Atkins. That one tipped over. Carmen gets to it first. Abby Moore back for Carmen. Just floats that one over, gets the point. 19 serving 15. That's at the top of that. JoJo Atkins to Vaughn. And Allie Atkins will bump it over. Isabel Moore to Abby Moore. Back sets for Carmen. She just taps it over and gets it to the corner. 20 serving 15, and North Hardin will take their second timeout of set number 1. For North Hardin, they're back in action tomorrow. They will hit the road and travel north to Louisville to take on the Ballard Bruins. For the Bulldogs, their next game will actually be October 11th. Sorry, not October 11th. October 9th, they will travel to Bardstown to take on Thomas Nelson. For us here at HCEC-TV, Wednesday night we will have John Hardin and North Hardin girls soccer action. And Friday night we will have Louisville Central at Elizabethtown. That one's scheduled to start at 7:30. Next week we have district soccer. We do not know all of the actual matchups yet, as those teams are finishing out this week. But we will have the championship games, semifinal games, and the championship games. And then next Friday night, it'll be North Hardin traveling to Central Hardin. That one to start at 7:30 as well. Back to action here. Deshae Blackwell at the line for the Bulldogs. 20 serving 15. Into the net. Madison Hunley and Reese Thompson back in. Thompson will head to the service line. 16 serving 20. Blackwell to Abby Moore. Outside, Wilson goes across court. Vaughn gets to that one. To Kelsey Atkins, outside Hunley. She'll roll towards the middle. Abby Moore gets to that one. Isabel Moore outside for Russell. That one blocked in by Denman, dug out by Isabel Moore. Then Abby Moore, it's going to be a double hit to the point north. 17 serving 20. Ace. 18 serving 20. Blackwell to Abby Moore outside Carmen. She'll go back row. Kelsey Atkins gets to that one. Vaughn outside for Hunley. Just able to get it over the left hand. Carmen pops it in the air. Abby Moore across for Russell. His back line. Howard gets to that one. Vaughn bump sets across. Bumped over by Hunley. Carmen to the other side. Russell going to have to get this one across. Denman at the net to Vaughn. Back for Denman. Just going to tap that one off speed. Russell gets to it. Abby Moore pops it in the air. Isabel Moore will send it over. Howard sends it right back. Russell gets the kill as it bangs off a couple of Trojans. And that'll send Ariana Powell back in on the front line for the Bulldogs as Isabel Moore heads to the service line. 21 serving 18. Again, it is first one to 25, leading by 2. Thompson to Vaughn. Back for Howard. She goes down the line. It's wide. Point Bulldogs. 22 serving 18. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn inside for Denman. Pushed over. Isabel Moore gets that one to Abby Moore. Back for Carmen. That one goes over. Kelsey Atkins gets to that. And some miscommunication between the Trojans. Point Bulldogs. 23 serving 18. Denman right at the net for Vaughn. Back for Denman. Just tapped over. Isabel Moore gets that one to Abby Moore. Back sets. Carmen, she'll just float that one over. Hunley to Vaughn in the middle for Denman. That's wide. And it'll be set point for the Bulldogs. 24 serving 18. Thompson to Vaughn. Bumps outside for Hunley. And gets the kill off the blockers. Adriana Anderson back in for the Trojans on the front line. Justice Denman to the service line. 19 serving 24. Isabel Moore to Blackwell. She'll bring it over to the back line. Denman to Vaughn for Anderson. Back line. Blackwell gets that one off the rafters. Isabel Moore to Russell. She goes back line. Denman again gets to it. Vaughn. Quick set inside for Anderson, who gets the kill. (20 serving 24). Russell back in. Carmen will send it over. Thompson gets to that one. Vaughn right at the net. Anderson sends it over. Carmen pops it in the air. Abby Moore back for Carmen. She just taps it over. It's in. And John Harden takes set number 1, 25-20. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical therapy associate, more personal attention for more effective results. Online, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. For those who are serving our country in the military, a discount is available. Take a virtual tour today at etownapartments.com. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. Located at 311 Steel Drive in Elizabethtown, call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrap metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company and has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. West Point Bank has 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. You can always check out our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV, subscribe to our channel, and get all your local community events and sports. John Hardin will serve to start set number 2. It'll be Isabel Carmen at the line. Ariana Powell, Abby Moore, Nevaeh Lanson, Isabel Moore, and Haley Russell, the other Bulldogs on the court. For the Trojans, Adriana Anderson, Madison Hunley, Kelsey Atkins, Reese Thompson, Paloma Martinez, and Anna Vaughn. Ace to start them off, 1 serving 0. Thompson to Vaughn, outside Anderson. Back row, Isabel Moore gets to it, and it goes up and off the rafters. And here at North Hardin and at E-Town, the lower ceilings, the ball can be played out of the rafters on your side of the court. It cannot be played to the other side of the court. Anna Vaughn now serving, 1 serving 1. Carmen to Russell for Powell, touched at the net. Powell gets the kill. 2 serving 1. Ariana Powell to the service line. Ariel Wilson back in on the front line for the Bulldogs. That one doesn't clear the net. Madison Hunley now to serve for the Trojans. Allie Atkins back in on the front line. 2 serving 2. To Russell, back sets for Abby Moore. She gets the kill. 3 serving 2. Now JoJo Atkins back into the lineup for the Trojans on the back line as Abby Moore heads to the service line. 3 serving 2. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn for Allie Atkins. Abby Moore pops that one up. Isabel Moore now to be Isabel Carmen that sends it over. JoJo Atkins to Vaughn for Martinez. That one blocked at the net by Wilson. Vaughn sets outside. Allie Atkins off the blockers for the kill. Justice Denman back in on the front line as Kelsey Atkins heads to the service line. 3 serving 3. Isabel Moore to Abby Moore for Wilson. That one blocked by Denman. Abby Moore over for Russell. That one goes off the blockers. Kill for the Bulldogs. Shea Blackwell back in for the Bulldogs. 4 serving 3. Ace. 5 serving 3. Martinez to Vaughn, back to Martinez, who sends it over. Russell to the middle for Abby Moore, back for Russell. Blocked to the net by Denman, sent back over. Allie Atkins to Vaughn, quick sets for Denman. Carmen gets to that one, to Abby Moore, back outside for Carmen. Touched at the net, Martinez pops it in the air. JoJo Atkins sends it over. Isabel Moore to Carmen, that goes out of point Trojans. Landry Howard checking back in for North Hardin. She'll head to the service line for serving 5. Isabel Moore to Abby Moore for Wilson. Wilson gets the kill. It'll be Isabel Moore heading to the service line. 6, serving 4. JoJo Atkins, and then Vaughn to Denman. Isabel Moore to Abby Moore. Powell, that goes long. And a net violation on the Trojans gives the Bulldogs the point. 7, serving 4. Howard, overpass, Russell. And John Hardin gets the point. 8, serving 4. North Hardin takes their first time out of set number 2. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs, airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. You can always check out all of our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV. Subscribe to our channel and get all your local community sports and events. We'd also like to thank NHHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NHHS.com to subscribe today. Again, we're back on the air Wednesday night. It'll be soccer action. As these two schools will hook back up. North Hardin will travel to John Hardin. Game time scheduled for 7, but there might be a change in that. We come back to action here. Isabel Moore serving for the Bulldogs. 8, serving 4. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn. Allie Atkins just gets it over. Russell to Isabel Moore, back for Russell. She goes cross court, gets the kill. 9, serving 4. JoJo Atkins, Howard, and then Vaughn gets it over. Isabel Moore to Abby Moore. Outside for Russell. And she goes off the blockers. 10, serving 4. JoJo Atkins to Vaughn. And that one is killed by Allie Atkins as she goes off the blockers. Madison Hunley and Reese Thompson checking back in. Thompson will head to the service line. Hunley on the front line. 5, serving 10. Ace. 6, serving 10. Carmen to Abby Moore. Outside Powell cuts across. Hunley gets to it. Not going to be able to return it. Point Bulldogs. And Haley Russell heads to the service line. 11, serving 6. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn at the net for Denman. Point Bulldogs. I say that one didn't clear the tape. 12 serving 6. Thompson to Vaughn. Outside for Hunley. She'll roll this one back line. Blackwell to Isabel Moore to Abby Moore. That one dug out by Kelsey Atkins. Vaughn outside. Hunley back row. Blackwell gets that one to Russell. Abby Moore gets that one over off a couple of Trojans. Howard now will send it to the back row. Isabel Moore to Russell right at the net. Howell sends it over. Kelsey Atkins and Howard get to it. No one else. Point Bulldogs. 13 serving 6. Ace. 14 serving 6. Thompson to Vaughn for Denman to go back row. It's wide. 15 serving 6, and North Hardin will take their second time out of set number 2. Again, in 17th district play, Central Hardin is the number 1 seed. E-Town is the 2 seed. John Hardin officially North Hardin is now in the 3rd seed, but John Hardin still has another district game to play. That'll be against Fort Knox on the, I believe it's the 9th. No, on the 11th of October. They'll play Fort Knox to finish out their 17th district regular season play. Assuming that John Hardin will win this game is for the 3 seed. The 3 seed in the tournament will face Fort Knox in the opening round. The 4 seed will face North Hardin Christian in the opening round of play. Winner of the 3-6 game will get the Elizabethtown Panthers. Winner of the 4-5 matchup will get the Central Hardin Bruins. So we come back to action. Haley Russell at the line, 15 serving 6. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn. Outside Hunley. Down the line. Bumped up by Russell to Isabel Moore. Sent back over. Carmen gets the kill on that one. 16 serving 6. Howard to Hunley in the middle. Denman sends it over. Russell there to Isabel Moore for Abby Moore. She gets the kill. Serving 6. And into the net. Point Trojans. Justice Denman now to the service line. Adriana Anderson, to the front line for the Trojans. 7 serving 17. Isabel Moore to Russell for Powell. That one blocked at the net by Anderson. 8 serving 17. Blackwell to Abby Moore. Powell will bump this one over. Denman to Vaughn. Outside Hunley. And she takes it off the blockers. 9 serving 17. That goes long. Point Bulldogs. Nevaeh Latson back in for John Hardin. Kelsey Atkins back in for the Trojans. Isabel Carmen at the line, 18 serving 9. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn for Hunley in the middle. That one blocked at the net, popped back in the air. Vaughn sets outside for Anderson. That one blocked at the net. Anderson touched that one. Point Bulldogs. 19 serving 9. Thompson to Kelsey Atkins for Anderson. She'll send that one over. Isabel Moore to Russell. Back sets for Ladson across. Howard gets that one to Vaughn. Outside Hunley just taps that one into the net. Not able to get it back. Point Trojans. And Vaughn now serving, 10 serving 19. Overpass. And I'm going to say net violation on Anderson. Point for the Bulldogs. 20 serving 10. Powell serving. Martinez to Anderson. Now Hunley will bump it to the back line. Powell there for Russell. To the outside for Abby Moore. And touched at the net. Thompson sends it back. Vaughn for Anderson. She'll send it back row. Carmen gets that one to Russell. Outside Abby Moore again off the front line. Kelsey Atkins gets that one. Vaughn, that was close to a double. Hunley rolls that one over and gets the kill. Ace by Hunley. 12 serving 20. Floating that one. Isabel Moore to Russell. Outside. Abby Moore blocked at the net by Anderson. 13 serving 20. Carmen to Russell. Outside for Wilson. She gets the kill. JoJo Atkins back in for the Trojans. Abby Moore heads to the service line. 21 serving 13. Kelsey Atkins to JoJo Atkins to Allie Atkins, who gets it over. Isabel Moore outside for Russell. And touched at the net. Kill for Russell. 22 serving 13. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn for Martinez. Just tap that one over. Isabel Moore sends it back. Allie Atkins to Kelsey Atkins. Back for Allie Atkins. Touched at the net. Wilson pops it in the air, not able to get to it. With point north. Justice Denman back in on the front line for the Trojans. Kelsey Atkins to the service line. 14 serving 22. Carmen to Abby Moore for Ladson. She gets it over. JoJo Atkins in the air. Denman will send it over. Isabel Moore to Abby Moore for Russell. And she tools the block. 23 serving 14. As Deshae Blackwell checks in and heads to the service line. Kelsey Atkins overpass. And dug out by Kelsey Atkins. Now she'll bump it over. Abby Moore at the net for Wilson. Martinez pops it up. Vaughn bump sets outside. Allie Atkins off the front line. Russell gets that one to Abby Moore. Max for Carmen. That one blocked in the net by Denman. And some miscommunication that time by the Bulldogs. Point Trojans. Landry Howard checking in for North Hardin. 15 serving 23. Carmen, Abby Moore. Carmen just taps this one over. Vaughn gets to that. JoJo Atkins sends it over. Abby Vaughn got to it. Isabel Moore, then Carmen gets it back over the net. And that one hits the speakers. Oh, I thought it went over. It should be, on John Hardin's point. There it is. Yeah, North Hardin hit the ball and it hit the speakers and went over the net. That is the correct call. Ariana Powell back in on the front line as Isabel Moore will head to the service line. Serving for set number 2. 24 serving 15. JoJo Atkins to Vaughn. For Denman, that didn't clear the net. And the Bulldogs take a 2-0 lead. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. For those who are serving our country in the military, a discount is available. Take a virtual tour today at etownapartments.com. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company. It's been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. We'd also like to thank NHHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NHHS.com to subscribe today. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs, airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184, and you can always check out our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV, subscribe to our channel, and get all your local community sports and events. For the Bulldogs, they are going to take quite a break. Their next ball game will be October 9th as they will travel to Thomas Nelson. And for North Hardin, they take no break. They're back on the road tomorrow as they will travel to Louisville to take on the Ballard Bruins. For us, we're back on Wednesday night. It will be North Hardin at John Hardin in girls soccer, 17th District matchup. Friday night, it'll be football action as the Louisville Central Yellow Jackets come to take on the Elizabethtown Panthers. Coach Paul Gray will bring you all the action. Kickoff scheduled for 7:30. Next week, we have the boys and girls district soccer tournament. We get all of our semifinals and finals games. And then next Friday night, it will be North Hardin traveling to Central Hardin in a big 6A clash. As we get ready for set number 3 on the court for the Bulldogs. Haley Russell, Isabel Moore, Deshae Blackwell, Abby Moore, Ariana Powell, and Isabel Carmen. For the Trojans, Paloma Martinez, Adriana Anderson, Maddie Hundley, Reese Thompson, Chelsea Atkins, and serving is Anna Vaughn. Blackwell to Carmen, back to the middle. Russell taps it over and she gets the kill. And Isabel Carmen will head to the service line. Nevaeh Latson back in on the front line for the Bulldogs. 1 serving 0. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn. Thompson will send it over. Isabel Moore digs that one to Russell outside. Abby Moore. She tools the block. 2 serving 0. Martinez to Vaughn. Martinez is going to, nope, that hits the antenna. That's out. Point Bulldogs, 3 serving 0. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn. Anderson will bump that one back line. Carmen to Russell. Back sets for Ladson. So that one was out. Point Trojans. Allie Atkins back in on the front line. Madison Hunley heads to the service line. 1 serving 3. Russell outside for Ladson. Hunley got to it. Not going to be able to return it. Point Bulldogs. Ariana Powell heads to the service line. Wilson checks back in on the front line. 4 serving 1. Gets to the top of the tape. Kelsey Atkins. The overpass. Unable to return it. Point Trojans. Justice Denman back in on the front line. Kelsey Atkins to the service line. 2 serving 4. Ladson to Russell. Outside Abby Moore, and she tools the block. 5 serving 2, as it'll be Abby Moore heading to the line. JoJo Atkins to Vaughn outside for Denman. She gets stuffed. As Ladson with the block. 6 serving 2. That goes long. Paloma Martinez set to serve for the Trojans. 3 serving 6. Carmen to Abby Moore for Russell. A double hit. Point North Hardin. On the second or third touch, the ball has to come off of the setter's hand or the player's hand at the exact same time. If it doesn't, that is called a double. Abby Moore, Ladson, she'll send it to the middle. Martinez puts it back over the net. Isabel Moore to Abby Moore, outside Russell. She goes back line. Kelsey Atkins gets to that one. JoJo Atkins now to Allie Atkins. She'll roll it back line. And point Trojans. 5 serving 6. Isabel Moore to Abby Moore. Right in the middle for Wilson. And she'll get the kill. Landry Howard back in for North Hardin as Deshae Blackwell checks in for the Bulldogs. She'll head to the service line. 7 serving 5. And Kelsey Atkins not going to be able to return it. Ace. 8 serving 5. JoJo Atkins to Vaughn. Kelsey Atkins will have to bang this one over. Blackwell to Abby Moore for Carmen. Off the front line, JoJo Atkins gets that to Vaughn. Back for Allie Atkins. That one blocked at the net. Into the net, not able to return it. Wilson with the block. 9 serving 5. And North Arden will take their first time out of set number 3. This is an HCEC-TV student production, a division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTownApartments.com, West Point Bank, and eTown Exterminating. We would also like to thank NHHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NHHS.com to subscribe today. We come back to action. John Hardin on top, 9-5 in this set. They won set number 1, 25-20. Took set number 2, 25-15. They are able to close out the Trojans. This would be a 3-game sweep. JoJo Atkins to Vaughn, inside for Denman, just taps it over, off speed, finds the hole. Reese Thompson and Madison Hunley back in for the Trojans. Thompson will head to the service line, 6 serving 9. Blackwell to Abby Moore. And some miscommunication that time between the Bulldogs. Point Trojans, 7 serving 9. Isabel Moore to Abby Moore. Wilson comes across, dug out by Howard. Denman sends it back row, Blackwell there. Abby Moore for Russell. Bounced over, gets the kill. Point Bulldogs. Isabel Moore to the service line, 10 serving 7. Thompson to Vaughn for Denman, and she gets the kill. Adriana Anderson back in on the front line. It's Justice Denman to the service line, 8 serving 10. That's long. Point and serve over to the Bulldogs. Kelsey Atkins back in on the back line for North. Haley Russell to the service line, 11 serving 8. Thompson to Vaughn for Anderson. Dug out by Isabel Moore to Russell. And Isabel Moore will send it over. Howard to Vaughn for Anderson. Off the front line, gets the kill. Loma Martinez checking back in for North Hardin. Anna Vaughn hits to the service line. 9 serving 11. Isabel Moore to Russell for Carmen. Just cross court, Vaughn gets to that one. Kelsey Atkins up for Hunley. She'll bump it over. Blackwell to Russell. Powell just gets it over. Vaughn gets to it. Anderson hits it. Now it'll have to be Atkins. Kelsey Atkins can't make that one. Point Bulldogs. Nevaeh Ladson back in for John Hardin as Isabel Carmen heads to the service line. 12 serving 9. Kelsey Atkins to Anderson. Thompson will send that one over. It's in. Allie Atkins back in on the front line for the Trojans as Madison Hunley heads to the service line. 10 serving 12. Carmen to Russell. For Powell, she sends it back row. Vaughn gets to that one. To Kelsey Atkins. Outside Martinez. She'll roll that one back line. Carmen sliding, picks that up. Russell to Abby Moore. She goes back line. Kelsey Atkins there to Vaughn. Inside for Anderson. Tapped over. Ladson gets that to Russell. Outside Abby Moore. That doesn't clear the tape. Point Trojans. 11 serving 12. Carmen to Russell. Outside for Ladson. And a touch by the Trojans. Point Bulldogs. JoJo Atkins back in on the back line for the Trojans. Ariana Powell heads to the service line for the Bulldogs. 13 serving 11. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn for Martinez. She gets the kills. That was off a Bulldog. Justice Denman back in on the front line as Kelsey Atkins heads to the service line. 12 serving 13. Then we are in set number 3. John Hardin won the opening 2 sets. 25-20 and 25-15. Carmen to Russell. For Abby Moore off the front line. JoJo Atkins gets to it, but that'll be a kill for Abby Moore. And she'll head to the service line for the Bulldogs. 14 serving 12. JoJo Atkins to Vaughn for Allie Atkins. That one picked up by Abby Moore to Isabel Moore. For Ladson, she goes off the front line. Kelsey Atkins gets that to Vaughn. JoJo Atkins will roll it to the back line. Carmen there to Abby Moore. Inside for Wilson. Wilson gets the kill. 15 serving 12. JoJo Atkins to Vaughn for Martinez. I'm touched at the net. Isabel Moore to Abby Moore. Back outside for Russell. She gets the kill. She tools the block. 16 serving 12. North Hardin takes a time out. In a reminder, the Bulldogs will be off until October the 9th when they will travel to Bardstown to take on Thomas Nelson. Their last district game will be on October the 11th against Fort Knox. They'll finish out their 17th district play. For the Trojans, tonight is their final match inside 17th district. They're back in action tomorrow night as they will travel to Louisville to take on the Ballard Bruins. For us, we're back on the air Wednesday night. Tentative schedule for 7 o'clock. It'll be 17th District soccer action between the John Hardin Bulldogs and the North Hardin Trojans. And this Friday night, we will be at Elizabethtown as the Panthers will host the Yellow Jackets of Central. Come back to action here. Abby Moore at the line for the Bulldogs. 16 serving 12. Martinez to Vaughn. Allie Atkins, that one doesn't clear the tape. Point Bulldogs, 17 serving 12. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn. Outside Denman. That one goes off the blockers. Wilma Martinez now to serve for North Hardin. 13 serving 17. Isabel Moore to Abby Moore. In the middle for Wilson. Martinez to Vaughn. Back for Martinez. Back line. Carmen not able to return it. 14 serving 17. Carmen to Abby Moore, outside for Russell. She'll go back line. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn. Outside, Allie Atkins. She tools the block. 15 serving 17. Carmen to Abby Moore for Ladson. That doesn't clear the net. 16 serving 17. Carmen to Abby Moore. Outside Russell again. That blocked at the net. Abby Moore pops it back up. Ladson will send it down the line. JoJo Atkins to that one. Vaughn back outside for Allie Atkins. That one blocked at the net. Point Bulldogs. Landry Howard back in for North Hardin as Shay Blackwell checks back in for John Hardin. She'll head to the line. 18 serving 16. JoJo Atkins to Vaughn. Allie Atkins will send it over down the line. She gets the kill. As Hunley back in on the front line. Allie Atkins to serve. 17 serving 18. Blackwell to Abby Moore for Wilson. That one doesn't clear the tape. 18 serving 18. Carmen to Abby Moore. Carmen will get it back over the net. Howard to Vaughn for Denman down the line. Isabel Moore gets that one to Abby Moore. Russell will roll that one over. Howard gets to that one. Vaughn quick set inside for Denman. Gotten to by Carmen, then Blackwell. Now to be Wilson that sends it over. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn for Denman again. And a net violation on North Hardin's point. John Hardin. Reese Thompson checks back in for the Trojans. Ariana Powell checks back in on the front line for the Bulldogs. Isabel Moore at the service line, 19 serving 18. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn. Outside Hunley, rolled to the middle. Blackwell to Abby Moore. Outside Russell. That doesn't clear the tape. Adriana Anderson back in on the front line from North Hardin. Justice Denman heads to the service line, 19 serving 19. Isabel Moore to Abby Moore. Outside Russell to the middle. Howard gets that one. To Vaughn, just tapped over there. Isabel Moore pops it up. Abby Moore will send it. It's in. Point for the Bulldogs as Haley Russell will head to the service line. 20 serving 19. Thompson to Vaughn. Outside Anderson off the front line. Blackwell gets that one. Russell cross for Abby Moore. She goes across court. Thompson to Hunley. Now Anderson will just punch it over. Blackwell to Russell. Back sets for Carmen. She'll just dunk that one. Thompson to Vaughn for Anderson. Popped up in the air. Isabel Moore sends it to the back line. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn. Again for Anderson. Blocked at the net by Abby Moore. Atkins outside for Hunley. She'll send that one back row. Blackwell gets it to Russell. Now Carmen able to cut it across. Howard gets to it. Popped in the air. Now Hunley sends it over. Blackwell to Russell. Outside Abby Moore. She'll roll this one back line. Howard there. Vaughn outside for Hunley, just tapped over. Powell knocks it in the air. Anderson with the kill for the Trojans. Paloma Martinez will check back in as Anna Vaughn hits to the service line. 20 serving 20. Good volley on both sides that time. Blackwell to Russell. Bump set outside for Abby Moore. Off the front line gets the kill. Nevaeh Latson will check in on the front line. Isabel Carmen heads to the service line. 21 serving 20. Floats that one. Thompson gets to it to Vaughn. For Anderson, she gets the kill. So Hunley will check back in. Or sorry, Allie Atkins checks back in on the front line. Madison Hunley to serve. 21 serving 21. Carmen to Russell for Powell, sends it to the middle. Vaughn to Kelsey Atkins, back across. Martinez will bump it over. Isabel Moore to Russell. Outside Abby Moore just taps that one. Vaughn gets to it. Anderson will hit it. It goes wide. Point Bulldogs. JoJo Atkins back in on the back line for the Trojans. As Ariana Powell heads to the service line. Wilson back in on the front line for the Bulldogs. 22 serving 21. Service error. Justice Denman back in on the front as Kelsey Atkins heads to the service line. 22 serving 22. Latson, and not going to be able to return it. Ace, 23 serving 22. With that, John Harden will take their first timeout. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company, has been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Let's come back to action. Kelsey Atkins at the line for the Trojan. 23 serving 22. Isabel Moore to Russell. Wilson just pops it over. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn for Martinez, and she gets the kill. Set point, 24 serving 22. Now into the net, point Bulldogs. Abby Moore heads to the line for the Bulldogs. 23 serving 24. JoJo Atkins to Vaughn for Allie Atkins. Just goes off speed, and the Trojans win set number 3. 25-23. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Models Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank. We'd also like to thank NHHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NHHS.com to subscribe today. All right, as we get ready for set number 4 on the court for the Bulldogs, Abby Moore, Ariel Wilson, Vea Latson, Ariana Powell, and Isabel Carmen, and Haley Russell, with Isabel Moore set to check in as the libero. For the Trojans, Adriana Anderson, Madison Hunley, Anna Vaughn, Justice Denman, Reese Thompson, and Paloma Martinez, with Kelsey Atkins set to check in as the libero. So set 4 is first one to 25, leading by 2. If the Bulldogs win this set, they will win the match. They lead 2 sets to 1. If Hardin wins, we will go to a deciding 5th set. Bulldogs will have the first serve in this set number 4, and Isabel Carmen will be serving for the Bulldogs. Officials making sure everything's in place. Catches the net. Hunley to Vaughn. That one tapped over. Powell knocks it in the air. Russell outside for Abby Moore off the front line. Point Bulldogs. 1 serving 0. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn in the middle for Hunley. She'll send that one over. Russell hit it back. Abby Moore able to get it over. Thompson to Vaughn outside. Hunley, she goes back row. Carmen to Russell outside. Abby Moore. Thompson gets that one to Vaughn. Short set inside. Anderson had jumped a little early, or the set was a little too high. Point Bulldogs. 2 serving 0. Martinez to Vaughn. And we have a net violation on the Trojans. 3 serving 0. Thompson to Vaughn. Kelsey Atkins will roll this from back line. Carmen to Russell. For Ladson down the line, Thompson gets that. Kelsey Atkins, now Vaughn will bump it over. Powell to Russell. Outside, Abby Moore touched at the net. Kelsey Atkins to Anderson. Thompson will roll that one over. Abby Moore to Russell. Back sets for Ladson. She'll touch it to the middle. Anderson got to it. Anderson not able to clear that one. A double hit on the Trojans. Point Bulldogs. 4 serving 0. That one into the net. Service error. Anna Vaughn now to the line for the Trojans, 1 serving 4. Carmen to Russell for Powell. She goes back line. Kelsey Atkins gets that one. Bouncing around in the rafters. Vaughn. Now Thompson will send it over the net. Carmen to Russell in the middle for Powell. Powell gets the kill. And Powell will head to the service line as Wilson checks back in on the front line. 5 serving 1. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn for Anderson, and Anderson tools the block. Allie and JoJo Atkins checking back in. JoJo heads to the service line, 2 serving 5. Carmen to Russell, outside Wilson. Allie Atkins sends it back over. Abby Moore to Russell. Backside for Ladson, and Ladson gets the kill. And Abby Moore will head to the service line, 6 serving 2. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn for Anderson. That one blocked at the net by Wilson. 7 serving 2. JoJo Atkins to Vaughn for Martinez off the net. Ladson pops that one in the air. Abby Moore to Russell. Russell gets the kill. 8 serving 2, and North Hardin will take their first timeout of set number 4. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank. We'd also like to thank NHHS, National Federation of High School Sports. We come back to action. Looking Abby Moore at the line for the Bulldogs, 8 serving 2. Anderson to Vaughn, and not going to be able to clear it. 9 serving 2. Allie Atkins to Vaughn, back for Allie Atkins. She'll just tap that one over. Abby Moore got it, but Anderson gets the tip kill for the Trojans. Justice Denman back in on the front line as Kelsey Atkins heads to the service line. 3 serving 9. Carmen to Abby Moore for Ladson, cross court. Vaughn to Atkins, back across for Martinez. Abby Moore to Isabel Moore, outside Russell. Kelsey Atkins gets that one to Vaughn. Outside Allie Atkins, rolled to the middle. Russell got that one to Abby Moore. Back to Russell. That's long. Point North. 4 serving 9. Abby Moore for Wilson, dug out by Vaughn to Kelsey Atkins for Martinez. She goes back line. Abby Moore to Isabel Moore. Ladson just taps that one over. JoJo Atkins gets to it. Back inside, blocked there by Wilson as Denman tried to get it over. At the net, Abby Moore will send it. JoJo Atkins gets that one to Vaughn. Now to be Kelsey Atkins that sends it over. Carmen to Abby Moore for Russell. That one blocked at the net. Isabel Moore sends it back across the net. Vaughn inside for Denman. That one's on the back line. 5 serving 9. Isabel Moore to Abby Moore for Russell. Vaughn gets to that one. JoJo Atkins will send it back across. Carmen to Abby Moore. Inside for Wilson. Goes off the blockers. Gets the kill. Shade Blackwell back in for the Bulldogs. 10 serving 5. Kelsey Atkins to Denman and not able to return it. 11 serving 5. Kelsey Atkins, that's going to be an ace. 12 serving 5. JoJo Atkins to Vaughn for Allie Atkins, just tapped over. Russell gets that one to Abby Moore, back for Carmen down the line. JoJo Atkins to Vaughn, back outside. Allie Atkins. Abby Moore gets to that. Isabel Moore now to be Russell, not able to get it over the net. Point North. Landry Howard checking in for the Trojans. 6 serving 12. And that one won't make it. Isabel Moore now to serve for the Bulldogs. 13 serving 6. That one into the net. Allie Atkins now to serve for North Hardin as Madison Hundley checks in on the front line. 7 serving 13. Blackwell to Abby Moore for Russell. Allie Atkins to Vaughn, back outside Hundley. She goes back row, Blackwell's there. Abby Moore outside Russell, back line, diving for it was Kelsey Atkins to Howard. Now Allie Atkins sends it over. Blackwell to Abby Moore in the middle for Powell. She sends it over. Howard got to that one. Denman pops it up. Hundley will roll this one towards the middle. Abby Moore got to it to Isabel Moore. Now to be Russell that sends it over. Howard to Vaughn for Denman off the front line. Diving dig that time by Isabel Moore to Abby Moore. Now Russell sends it over. Allie Atkins to Vaughn. Now Hundley dug by Isabel Moore to Abby Moore. Outside Russell. That one blocked at the net. Point North. 8 serving 13. Russell to Abby Moore. Back for Russell. She'll go across. Gets the kill. Reese Thompson checks back in along with Laura Lise Barrios. Be on the back line as Haley Russell serve, 14 serving 8. Thompson, Barrios dives for that one, not going to be able to return it. Ace. 15 serving 8. Thompson to Barrios. Across for Hundley. She sends that one over. Blackwell to Russell for Abby Moore. She tools the block. 16 serving 8. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn. Right at the net for Denman. Abby Moore pops it in the air. Isabel Moore across. Now Carmen will send it over. Thompson to Vaughn. Outside Hundley. She'll roll it towards the middle. Gets the kill. Kelsey Atkins, Justice Denman heads to the service line. Adriana Anderson to the front line. 9 serving 16. Isabel Moore to Blackwell. That hits the lights. We have point north. Serving 16. Blackwell to Russell. Powell gonna send this one over. Barrios to Vaughn to Anderson. That one blocked by Powell and Abby Moore. Kelsey Atkins and Paloma Martinez back in for the Trojans. Nevaeh Ladson back in for the Bulldogs. Isabel Carmen at the line, 17 serving 10. Martinez to Vaughn for Anderson. She gets the kill. And Vaughn to serve. 11 serving 17. Carmen to Russell. Outside Ladson. She tools the block. Point Bulldogs. It'll be Ariana Powell to the line for the Bulldogs. Wilson checks back in on the front. 18 serving 11. Thompson to Vaughn. Outside Martinez. She tools the block. Point Trojans. JoJo Allie Atkins back in for North Hardin. JoJo will head to the service line. 12 serving 18. Carmen to Russell for Abby Moore. She gets the kill. It'll be Abby Moore that heads to the service line. 19 serving 12. And the Bulldogs lead 2-1. They won the opening set 25-20. Second set 25-15. North Hardin took the third set 25-23. JoJo Atkins to Kelsey Atkins. Now it'll be Anderson that sends it over. That's wide. 20 serving 12. And North Hardin will take their second timeout of set number 3. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Etown Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Etown Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company. It's been serving the surrounding area since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simpler. So come back to action. It'll be Abby Moore at the line for the Bulldogs. 20, serving 12. JoJo Atkins, Kelsey Atkins, and it'll be Allie Atkins that'll send it over. Russell to Abby Moore for Ladson. That's a double. Point Trojans. Kelsey Atkins heads to the service line. Justice Denman back in on the front line. 13 serving 20. Isabel Moore to Abby Moore for Ladson. Vaughn to Kelsey Atkins. JoJo Atkins will send it back row. Isabel Moore to Abby Moore in the middle for Wilson. That one blocked by Denman. (14) serving 20. Carmen to Abby Moore for Russell. Kelsey Atkins gets that one to Vaughn right at the net. Ball bounced around. Martinez sends it over. Isabel Moore to Abby Moore. Outside Ladson. She comes across court. Vaughn diving to get that one. Allie Atkins back across. Now Martinez will send it back row. Isabel Moore to Abby Moore for Russell. Off the front line. Kelsey Atkins gets to that one to Vaughn. Outside Allie Atkins. And she gets the kill. 15 serving 20. Carmen to Abby Moore for Russell. Rolls that one over. Vaughn to Kelsey Atkins. For Martinez, she'll roll that one back row. Ladson gets it to Abby Moore. Back for Ladson. She'll just roll that one over. JoJo Atkins to Vaughn in the middle for Denman. Blocked by Wilson. Shea Blackwell back in for the Bulldogs. She'll be serving 21, serving 15. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn. That's going to be an ace. 22, serving 15. JoJo Atkins overpass. Knocked in the air. Isabel Moore for Russell. She'll roll it back line. Kelsey Atkins to Vaughn in the middle for Denman, just off speed. Russell gets that to Abby Moore. Back for Russell. She'll roll that one over off the blockers. 23, serving 15. Ace. And Deshae Blackwell will serve for the match. 24, serving 15. And there it is. 3 aces in a row for Blackwell. John Hardin wins 3-1, taking the last set 25-15. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank. For North Hardin, they fall to 7-12 on the season. 2-3 will be their final record in 17th District play. They will be the number 4 seed in the 17th District tournament in a few weeks. They're back in action tomorrow at Ballard. For John Hardin, they go to 11-12 on the season, even up their record at 2-2. If they're able to defeat Fort Knox on the 11th of October, they will have the number 3 seed in the 17th District tournament. They're back in action on the 9th against Thomas Nelson. For us here at HCEC-TV, we're back on the air on Wednesday at John Hardin as the Bulldogs will host the Trojans in girls soccer action. For all of our workers here at HCEC-TV, I am Bobby Thompson saying so long and good night.